incredible.
Yeah.
You want to share a little more about how it got started? Maybe how many years you've been doing this?
Sure. Yeah, we've been open for almost 9 years, operating since November of 2016. Always the same model: pay what you can, volunteer driven, rescuing food using what we have.
Come up with through essentially your vegan recipes.
Ooh, there's so many. I think what's the most fun for me, I'm actually the chef on Saturdays. We have chefs who cook Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday it's me, and I take the little bits of leftovers from each day and reimagine them into something on Saturday. So we end up making these phenomenal soups or casseroles just with the little bits of sauteed whatever or leftover soup broth. And people will rave about those dishes. I'm like, I will never be able to make that again because I don't really know like how many ounces of this were there. But I don't know, it just felt like a good choice to offer in an area that's an actual food desert, truly healthful plant-based meals, and just see how it goes. A lot of people said we were nuts for doing it because poor people don't eat that kind of food, but we are packed every day and sell out every single day.
I mean, honestly, how many portions did you try to strive? You're in operation 4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week, just 3 hours a day for lunch. And we try to make enough food for about 100 people, and still we're out at the end of the day, even before we close sometimes.
That's great. And that's also so sustainable because you're getting those donations that would otherwise be landfilled, maybe composted.
Totally.
And follow the growing season.
Yeah.
I would say, is it inconsistent in the winter?
Oh, winter gets a little hard. So we do have the farmers market through like even into November. We're still getting some of the hardy squash and things like that. So what we do in the summer when we have the abundance, we try to preserve what we can. So we'll shred zucchini in cups and freeze it. We'll dehydrate what we can and powder it. We have all these ways of like putting stuff up to use, but once we get into like February, we've cleaned out the freezer, the shelves are empty, so then we start shopping. So we'll run to Outpost or wherever it has some earthy, organic, local produce. And all the people on this block, every single business, the people eat here. The tax people on the corner, the sexy lingerie shop next door, the knife sharpener, the barber shops, the daycares, the cell phone shop. Everyone comes here almost every single day that we're open.
The business, first off, the business plan for the last 2 years has included the concept of growing new growers. That is either backyard growers, people who've never grown before, or existing farmers of any scale who are, we need those people to start increasing and looking into some kind of winter growing. It's challenging, but it's not impossible. So growing new growers is on the business plan probably for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to leave because I'm getting older and older, and it's not, I need somebody I need more people to pick up this winter thing because the food is amazing.
I want to.
It would be awesome. And it's not super hard for a backyard grower you have to just try. Sometimes you just have to put seeds in or put plants in and say, well, let's see what happens. And I do that all the time.
So Michelle told me that when I started growing for the community in my front yard, she's like, well, you could winter grow in here. And I'm like, are you really? And she's like, sure, just get the seeds in the ground. That's the first thing, is just get them in. So we threw spinach and kale and Swiss chard in December because we had a really warm December. And she's like, now just cover it with a piece of plastic. And that's what I did. And by this time that year, I was pulling out pounds, like 7 or 8 pounds of spinach for the neighborhood. So a little bit of protection, but again, unless you get the seed in the ground.
If you keep a nice, relatively small fire, you don't have to fill the whole thing. You got a really nice big fire.
Do you keep it, and you try to keep it going 24/7?
Is it going 24/7 if it's going? Because this is a huge tank of water surrounding the firebox. So this is all water.
may I ask, what are you doing? You're getting everything ready for farm stand?
Yeah, so I'm kind of setting up so we can embrace the community with free food around here and outer community.
Yeah, we don't ask zip code here.
Yeah, we don't have a zip code. So if you heard about it or not heard about it, somebody friend told you about it, you can come here, get you some free food. If you can afford groceries or not afford groceries.
Yeah, we don't ask questions like that.
Yeah, we don't ask.
So, what's your name? What's your position here?
I'm Susan, and my position is garden educator and food justice advocate.
Love it.
Yes.
And what programs do you oversee?
I oversee the garden here, each garden, and we network with about 15 other gardeners, 3 other farmers, and 2 orchards. So that's the gardening side, and then I oversee the food justice advocacy, and that is over here. We're in our winter season,
Yeah.
so we have our sides and our roof on our little hut here,
Yeah.
and we hand out during the winter reclaimed produce, plant-based dairy, bakeries, regular dairy. The bakery is all artisan and non-preserved, non-GMO. So we're getting like.
I love your education part of what you do in your community because you are part of the community. You live here, you garden here. So obviously in the summer we have the farmers markets, we have the farmers you mentioned in your garden too, and it's just a beautiful abundance of produce. But how do you sell people on the vegetables and the healthier lifestyle that you're showing here at the gathering table?
You get one person to try it, or one person already uses it, and then they spread it down the line. Marianne is like 80 years old, and she tried tofu once, and now she tells everybody about scrambling it with lots of cheese, and that her brother Dominique will eat it.
You'll also put recipes up sometimes on your sandwich board when you have.
Is called Sauce Milwaukee. I started it in 2021, and I made it as a response to inequitable food access in our city. I was teaching social emotional development to kids from ages 4 to 14, and a lot of them told me that they didn't eat at home. And then a man named Ian, who runs a different organization called Bicycle Benefits, took me dumpster diving. And that is when I found out that there is a ton of food in the dumpster. And so that to me seemed like really easy math for a problem and solution. I ran a 501c3 without paying anybody. It was really easy to run a 501c3. And all I really wanted to do was take the food that was going in the garbage and make meals with it for people.
Absolutely.
And what I didn't want to do was have that food look like ugly or like waste food. So that's kind of the objective with like even like cute containers and like a proper how it's set up. We will set like a lot of times the food in front because a lot of people ask to see what it is. They'll say free food and they'll stop you and be like, what is it? But they just want to look. And then we always have water and napkins and silverware. And then I just bring like plastic bags and stuff for people.
That's awesome.
And then we bike around. But now most people, it's been like 4 or 5 years, so a lot of people recognize us. And then it's just pretty fun. And part of the sauce run too is to sit with people while they eat.